If you're here, you're obviously thinking about attending your first NHL game. And I know for a lot of people, they really don't know what to expect when it comes to that first game. Well, I've been to 3 NHL games, and I think I have a pretty good grasp of what it is that you need to know before you go, or what you need to bring, or what you need to do when you're there. Real quickly before I start this video, I want to let you know of 2 collabs I've done recently. The first one I did on my sister's channel, TML Talks, where we did our prediction videos. And by the way, that's why I haven't been doing prediction videos on my channel. I have them on her channel. So if you're interested, check them out. I will link them up here and down below. And more recently, I did a collab with Andrew Pillick Hockey, which was my first online collab. So if you guys want to show that some love, please do. I was so nervous to start this, but I'm really excited about it. Go check it out. It's a Leafs review, so obviously, if you guys are into that, check it out. Again, I will link it here and down below, but now we are getting onto this video. Okay, I know I should start about preparation, parking, and all that stuff before you get to a game, but I need to get this out of the way because this is the #1 most important thing that you cannot forget when you go to your first game. You need to bring a hat, and I'm not talking like a hat like this that's gonna cost you and you really don't want to throw it when someone gets a hat trick. I'm talking about a burner hat. This could be a hat that you got for free from an auto show and you really don't want to wear it, but you're keeping it for this one reason. That would work perfectly, but if you don't have that, you could just go to a dollar store and buy like a $2 or $3 hat that you don't care about losing, because this is my favorite hat and I'm not going to throw it. I don't care who gets a hat trick. That's not true. If Anderson got a hat trick, I would throw this hat. But otherwise, I'm not throwing my expensive hat. I'm gonna bring a burner hat. You could even just get a white hat from the dollar store and write on it. Like it's that simple, and you're not spending like 30 bucks every time you go to a game just by throwing your hat. I'm not saying that you get hat tricks every game you go to, but if you did, I forgot to bring my burner hat to the last game I went to, and I was so nervous because I think one guy got 2 goals. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to throw my hat. Come on. Thankfully, or not thankfully, he didn't get it, but always be prepared. That is lesson #1. Okay, so here's a little bit of the prep. You should eat before you go. This is my personal preference because I don't like going there and spending whatever, 20 bucks on poutine the size of my hand. But then again, if it is your first game, then you should go all out. Get that $20 beer, eat that $40 hot dog. But whatever you do, do not leave the game early. I will hunt you down and I will find you if you do that. I think everyone can agree on this. If you are a diehard hockey fan, you will not leave a friggin' game early. It is one of my biggest pet peeves when people walk out with 5 minutes left to go to avoid traffic. Buddy, do you see every single other person here is doing that? For multiple reasons, I think this is stupid. But #1, you paid to see a full game. If you paid to see a full game and the NHL said, oh, but you're not allowed to watch the last 5 minutes, you'd be like, hey man, I paid for that. But you're just gonna walk out on your own accord? Like, what? You paid to get the full experience. I don't know why you would leave 5 minutes early. It's not to avoid traffic, because half the people are doing that already. If you really want to avoid traffic, you just wait until the game's over and wait until everybody clears out. You can stay to watch the 3 stars of the game. You can stay so that, like, when everybody leaves, you have the entire arena to yourself. I think this one's really important. Just remember that the people sitting beside you at the game can be your friends. In fact, they're probably waiting for you to say something to them. Or no, maybe that's just me. I think it's so cool because you already have something in common because you're at the same game. If they're a fan of your team, obviously you can talk with them the whole time, and if they're a fan of the other team, you can really irritate them. That is one of my most favorite things, when you're sitting beside a fan of the opposing team and you just like rip each other. So yeah, while you're probably there with a friend, you should still talk to the person beside you. High five them when they score a goal, or just like during intermission, ask where they're from, learn about them a little bit. The last game I went to, there were a bunch of people on both sides of us who were from Florida, and they were having some birthday thing, and everybody was there, the whole family, and they were really nice. I don't know, I think it just elevates the fun when you think you have like all these people around you that you can high five in front of you, behind you, and all that. I think that's really fun. So do not be shy and don't be afraid to talk to the person beside you. This one's a really good one. Don't be that person on your phone constantly. I get it. You want to show your friends that you're at the game, take a few Snapchats. You want to take pictures because, yeah, it's your first game. I'm all for that. But there's a point where you have to put the phone away. Take your pictures beforehand. Do all that Snapchat stuff beforehand. And then when the game's actually on, please be aware and watch the game. If you're sitting close enough, you might get a puck in the head, so you really need to watch. But also, once again, you're paying to see the game. Like, why would you be on your phone? But my biggest pet peeve of all is when people come to a game, like, I don't care if you're paying for the game or if you got the game for free. There's people who pay good money to be where you are. People who come to the game and go on their phone, and I can see, because I'm behind them, sitting behind them, I can see what they're writing. I know I'm not snooping. It's right in front of me. But they're making plans for next week. Oh yeah, I'll do this with you, I'll do that. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to the cottage. Buddy, this is 2 hours out of your life. Could you pay attention? Get off your phone. Not right now because you're watching this on your phone, but at a game. This is an iffy suggestion, but I would say don't wear too much clothing. I've gone to games in the dead of winter when it's like -30 outside, snow everywhere, and I've also gone to games in springtime where it's more of a light, nice outside. And I found that either way, the rink stays the same temperature, so you really don't need to bring a jacket. Personally, I think the best combination is a light hoodie and a jersey over top. But again, if it's springtime, you could probably get away with just wearing a t-shirt and a jersey. One of my least favorite things is going to a game in the summer and wearing like shorts or whatever and freezing my ass off, and then in the winter wearing jackets and going in and having to take them off and leave them in your seat. So try to dress for the rink, not for the outside conditions, because chances are you parked close enough that you really don't need to carry a jacket with you, or like if it's cold, you can just run to the building. And while yelling is definitely encouraged, I would suggest you try not to be that drunk guy who does not know when to shut up about a player. Like, loud when everyone is quiet, obnoxious. This kind of plays into that one, but if you're sitting watching the game and you need to go to the washroom or you want to get something to eat mid-period, please wait until that play is done when they blow the whistle before you get up, because that obnoxious guy will tear you to shreds. Everyone will yell at you to sit down, and please, you need to listen, sit down. Nobody wants you walking in front of them when they're about to score a goal. Now, I've seen tons of things telling people do not bang on the glass. If you get seats that close, don't bang on the glass. Be a seasoned fan. Nobody would do that in their right mind. They're respectful of the game. Buddy, are you kidding me? If I buy tickets that close, you bet your ass I'm gonna be banging on the glass. You gotta have a little fun. Like, obviously, you're not gonna be like trying to break the glass or whatever, but a little bit of tapping, like, what's the big deal? The players are used to it by now. It's not gonna bug them. A good thing to remember is don't be afraid to sing along when Sweet Caroline comes on or the good old hockey game, because while everyone is listening to you, they're also not really caring because they're singing themselves. No one's gonna judge you for it. Okay, that's not true. I will judge you for it, but who cares? At a hockey game, there is nothing better than a whole lineup of people, maybe you don't know them, maybe you do, arms around each other, singing Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. That's living the dream. Sing as loud as you can, don't worry about your pitch, and I guarantee you by the end of the night, if you were cheering, if you were singing along, you will not have your voice and you will know it was a good night. But for God's sakes, please do not boo a national anthem. That just, have some class, you know? Have some class. I won't even mention that half the players on your team probably are from that nation, but it's just rude to the singer, to the anthem, to the country. Like, could you just stop? And I think that's all you need to know. I know people like to make lists like this to make sure they keep new fans in line or something, but overall, all you need to do, all you need to remember is just have fun. Everyone's first game is gonna be experienced differently, and as long as you're having fun and you're cheering along, you'll be fine. There's no right or wrong way to enjoy your first NHL game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any other suggestions for first-timers going to their first NHL games. What did I miss? What did I get wrong? I don't really care what I got wrong because, again, it's personal preference. It's what I feel, what you feel. Everyone's opinion is different, and that's okay.